And I'm her sister Josie, and we are Iron Orchid Designs.
We have created DIY decor tools and products that have revolutionized the world of DIY. They're easy to use, yet they empower you to create distinctively in your home, for your wedding, in fashion, even in your culinary creations.
In this video, we're going to quickly show you how to use one of our favorite tools, our IOD Decor Stamps.
Our IOD Decor Stamps are exactly that, stamps, much like many of you have used in your crafts before.
What makes them unique is that they were specifically designed in both motif and scale to be appropriate for high-end decor and fashion. Let me show you how easy they are to use. So first, you're going to peel off the plastic sheet that covers the stamps. And set that aside because you're going to use that later. Then you're going to condition your stamps, and that's just a fancy word for scuffing them with fine sandpaper in two directions.
This helps the medium stay put for a finer impression.
When you take a close look at them, you'll find that it's now hazy instead of shiny. Depending on the project you're doing, there's different ways to use your stamps. You can use them mounted on the decor block. You can use them freestyle, which is simply the plastic sheet that comes with them, or you can use them with nothing at all. Go ahead and remove your stamp from its backing. Sometimes that takes a little muscle. Don't worry, they're strong. You're not going to tear them. Place it face down on the surface you're stamping and go ahead and apply your mounting block. You always want to make sure that the back of your stamp and your mounting surface are perfectly clean so that they stick well.
So we actually prefer using 100% cotton fibers. However, a blend might absolutely work. You just want to give it a test to know for sure. I'm going to be using right now our IOD Decor ink, which works fabulously with the stamps as well as other inks too. I'm going to give it a shake. It comes in a bottle. And then I'm going to take our dry foam pad. And I simply apply the ink, like so, making sure to get it over to the edges, a nice even coverage. And then I use a tool, such as a popsicle stick, to work the ink into the pad. Being careful not to spill over the edges. If you do, it just makes it a little messier, that's okay, but if you go a little bit slow, you can avoid that. Okay. And then you just want to make sure you don't see any ink anymore on the surface and you're good to go. Keep your lid on your ink pad and then it'll be ready to go for next time. If you need to refresh it, you can do so by adding a little more ink. All right, so now the fun begins. I've got my stamp pad that I just loaded with ink. And it really is just as easy as going on your stamp, like so. Because I'm going on to 100% cotton fabric, I want plenty of ink on the surface of the design. So, like I said before, I went a little bit juicy. All right, and we're ready to go. Once you commit, don't shift. Give nice, even pressure so that that ink really has a chance to engage with the fabric. Voila! So you want to let it dry for 24 hours and then heat set it with an iron. And that'll give you minimal fade and you're good to go.
So here we have a wooden board that, as you can see, is not perfectly flat. It's got a little contour to it. So it's a perfect time to demonstrate our freestyle method, which is simply mounted on the plastic sheet that comes with it. So we are going to use, for this demonstration, some chalk paint. I'm just going to put a little bit on there. And the trick here is getting a nice, even, somewhat generous load without it being sloppy. So we have that about here, and then we're going to apply it to the design surface of the stamp, like so. Then you're going to position it on your surface, and then once you lay it down, you don't want to shift. So you want to have it sitting still and then applying even pressure with your hand to get a nice, clean impression. If you know you're going to be using this again soon, what I like to do is just pop it right into a Ziploc and seal it up for next time. So for this project, we have a lamp stand, and it has a contour that's a little more complex. So we're going to go bare with our stamps and not use a mount.
Which would also be good for like if you're doing a table and you want to do the turned legs.
Exactly. Go ahead and load it up and trying to grab a spot on the edge where you're not going to interfere with the design. And then I'm going to stretch it a little bit so that I can actually have it conform to the surface. Try not to shift, holding it in place. I'm just making sure all the spots have contact, and then I'm going to carefully lift off. Voila.
So to care for your stamps, you just want to have some wipies nearby and a bowl of warm soapy water. When you're finished stamping, simply take a wipey and get the medium off the surface of your stamp. Put it in the bowl, and then when you're finished, later on you can wash your stamps with warm soapy water and then put them back on the sheet that they came on for storage.
Our decor stamps are also made of food-safe materials, so they're awesome for your sugar arts and your pastries, but they do not like high heat. So for example, don't put them in your dishwasher or in your oven. Sel and I used to do European wall finishes and murals, so we definitely had that in mind when we designed these stamps.
Exactly. So we actually have a lot of different options and flexibility within one set. You can do all over patterns, you can do borders, or even create a focal point on your wall.
Exactly. So that way it's completely unique to you and you're not going to see another wall just like yours.
As you can see, IOD Decor tools and products make it easy for you to create beautiful things in your life and in your home. Our hope is that it would inspire and empower you to create beauty wherever you are. Thanks for being with us today.
Now, go make something beautiful.